What if I told you most yearly goals fail because they're yearly? You plan, you get motivated, and somehow nothing actually changes. Not because you're lazy, not because you're dumb, but because time is lying to you. In the next few minutes, you'll learn a system that helps people achieve more in 12 weeks than most do in 12 months. And once you see it, you'll never plan the same way again. So why does the normal way of setting goals quietly destroy execution? Here's the real enemy. It's not lack of knowledge, it's lack of action. We all know what to do. Eat better, exercise more, focus, work consistently. And yet, nothing happens. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is. So if we already know what to do, why don't we do it? Here's the lie your brain tells you. There's plenty of time. January hits. Big goals, big energy. By February, you're behind, but chill. By March, still behind, but relaxed. Because you think you've got months to fix it. Urgency disappears. And without urgency, execution dies quietly. That's why results magically spike at the end of the year. People suddenly sprint for 60 days. But here's the uncomfortable question. Why only then? What if that end-of-year urgency was available all the time? Top performers don't think in years. They think like athletes. Athletes use periodization, short, intense focus windows, clear targets, relentless urgency. Now apply that to life. Redefine time. A year becomes 12 weeks. A month becomes 1 week. A week becomes a day. Suddenly, there's nowhere to hide. Short deadlines force clarity, and clarity creates action. But urgency alone isn't enough. So why do people still quit halfway through? Because execution feels uncomfortable, and your brain hates that. The hard tasks are usually the important ones. And when things get uncomfortable, we default to what is easy. Here's the brutal truth. To be great, you must sacrifice comfort. So how do you keep going when your brain is literally wired to stop you? Your brain has two voices. One says, stay safe, don't change. The other says, imagine what's possible. Fear reacts to uncertainty. Vision creates motivation. When you repeatedly visualize your future, your brain starts working for you instead of against you. That's where real execution begins. But how do you turn vision into daily action? Execution is the real advantage. Top performers follow 4 disciplines. First, a clear vision, a long-term vision, then a shorter-term vision, and finally, right now, reviewed daily. Second, a 12-week plan, not vague wishes, specific, measurable, short-term. Goals supported by tactics, no clutter. Third, process control, weekly planning, daily actions, and accountability. Plans fail with systems. Fourth, measurement. Stop obsessing over outcomes. Track execution. If you hit 85% execution consistently, goals happen. If you don't, you adjust fast. But what happens when motivation crashes anyway? Every change follows the same curve. It starts with excitement. Then comes the valley of despair. Then the breakthrough. Then fulfillment. Most people quit in the valley. That's why vision matters. It pulls you forward when feelings try to push you out. After 12 weeks, you reflect, you reset. You start again, better. No wasted years. No waiting for January. Just momentum. Because when you change how you think about time, you change how you act. And when you change how you act, your results multiply. You already have the knowledge. Now you have the system. The only question left is, what are you going to do in the next 12 weeks?